Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my Quotes, Ruminations, and Contemplations newsletter. And the quote I want to talk about today, and the topic is a quote by Dr. Wayne Dyer. And it says, "It's never crowded along the extra mile." It's what I love about this quote. I think I probably heard it close to 20 years ago. Is it talks about what it takes to be successful in life, and the reality that most people simply aren't willing to do what it takes to make their grandest goals and dreams a reality. In other words, they give up. I have a friend of mine who is a former Green Beret, and I remember he was talking about the selection process and how kind of similar to what the Navy SEALs go through with in Hell Week. They have something similar in the Green Berets. And basically they push guys to the limit to see what they can tolerate. In other words, what their mental strength is going to be. Because when they're on a mission, they want everybody to be committed and to finish the mission and not give up in the middle of it. And so part of the selection process is to push people beyond their limits. In other words, beyond what they think they're capable of. Because what we're capable of physically is much greater typically than what we think we're capable of mentally. And the idea is to push yourself mentally to get beyond that point, and you realize that you can actually go further. And so one of the things he was talking about was that as the days went by during the selection process, and the original group just kept getting smaller and smaller because a lot of other guys were giving up, he said he liked that. He liked seeing other guys fall out because it sucked for all of them. And for him, it was a small victory because when he saw some other guy quit and give up, he knew he could keep going a little bit further. And eventually, he finished the selection process, became a Green Beret, served for several years, and then got out and became very successful in business in later years. And it's a great metaphor for life, is that we all start out when we're young. We all have lots of dreams and goals and things we want to accomplish. But for most people, by the time they hit 25 and up, especially like their mid to late 20s, it's like their dreams start to die. They start to give up on themselves. They start to believe it's not possible for them. There's no way I could do that. I don't have enough time. I don't have the right education. I don't have the right connections. I'm not good looking enough. I got to get my knee fixed. I got to sell my jet skis. I got to get a new job. I got to fix this. I got to fix that. Whatever it is, there's always an excuse. It becomes part of the story that we tell ourselves. And the reason why most people don't achieve their goals in life is because of the story that they're telling themselves mentally. And so the quote that Wayne Dyer says, "Never crowded along the extra mile," what that means is by the time you get to where you really want to be in life, where you're living life at the highest level on your terms, in other words, what success means to you, because it's different for everybody. And the important thing is that we each define personally what success is to us. And since we define it, we determine what the standard is. But the reality is most people just are not going to stick it out and do what it takes. They're going to settle for average lives and being mediocre. Now, it doesn't mean that their lives are worthless or valueless, but obviously if you're watching this video, that tells me that you're like myself. You're a high achiever. You want more for yourself than just regular people. And the reality is when you start out, when you're younger, or maybe when you're a little bit older and you get on the path or your journey to accomplishing your grandest goals and dreams, is that a lot of people are going to fall off by the wayside and not make it, and they're going to give up. And so when you finally get to from where you are right now to where you want to be someday, it's not going to be crowded. In other words, you might start out with a large group of people, just like my friend did in the selection process for the Green Berets, but by the time the people that actually cross the finish line or the victory line, in other words, the people that achieve all their goals and dreams and can check all those boxes off, there's only a small number of people that get there. And so no matter how difficult things are, you just have to keep moving forward. You got to keep grinding. You got to keep learning from your mistakes. You got to keep refining your approach. When something doesn't work, you try something else. If that doesn't work, you try something else. And you keep trying something else, just like the parent does when they're trying to teach their child to walk. Ask a parent, how many times before when you're trying to teach your kid to walk, do they fall down? Or are you going to say, that's it, they're never going to be able to walk? Most parents say, I'm going to keep picking them back up and encouraging them until they get it. We do that as children, but when we become adults, most of us have given up. So I highly encourage you to pick up my new book, Quotes, Ruminations, and Contemplations. This is my third book. And in it, what I've got is 250 random quotes from the thousands of articles and quotes that I've written over the years on self-help, self-reliance, dating, relationships, health, all the different topics that I talk about in my video newsletters. And so what I do is I read the quote from the original article, and then I kind of freestyle it, just basically like I did in this video. And you can read it for free on my website, understandingrelationships.com. Just subscribe to the email newsletter. It's available in audiobook format on iTunes and Audible. It's in paperback, hardcover, and digital ebook everywhere. And if you'd like to get my help personally, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and book a coaching session with yours truly. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.